Hi, so we're continuing with long multiplication. This time we will do double digit by double digit. So let's just take an example. We are going to do 24 multiplied by 48. So again, we're going to tidily write the numbers in units and tens, so it's one below the other. So this time what we do is similar to what we did before with the first step. So again, I'm going to use different color pens to show you what we're doing. We're going to multiply 8, the units by the units. So we're going to do 8 times 4, which we did before. 8 times 4 is 32, so that's equal to 32. So we put the unit over here, 30, that's 2, and we carry over the 10. Now we're going to do the unit multiplied by the tens. So we're going to do 8 times 2. 8 to the 16. We're going to add the number that we carried forward. Remember that we did last time. So plus 3 is equal to 19. And we're going to write down 19 under the hundreds and tens. But we're not finished yet. So we now have to deal with the 4, right? We've multiplied by the 8 of the 48, but we still have to deal with the 4. So to do the 4, we have to first of all take the 4 and multiply it by the units. So we have to do that multiplication. So that is 4 times 4, which is equal to 16. Now, before we write the 16, the first thing we have to do is to put a plus sign over here. And we'll come to that later. In some exercise books, you'll find that instead of a plus sign, you write a 0. That's also okay. You can write a 0 here, like that. I prefer to use this plus sign because you can see what you're doing. And we know that in this case, later on, we're going to be adding some numbers up together. So I prefer to put the plus sign. So now we come back to this 4 times 4 is equal to 16. After we put the plus sign, we then put the 6 of the 16 underneath here in the tens column. And we're going to carry forward the 1 over here. Now, let me just take out the circle. I'll just tidy this up a bit. I'm going to multiply the 4 with the tens. So 4 times 2 is equal to 8. And I'm going to add this number back into the 8. So plus 1, that's equal to 9. Now we write down that 9 over here. And now we have to add these two numbers together. So I'll show you. So this number and this number, these are the two numbers that we're now going to add together to get to the final answer. So 2, remember there's really nothing here, it's just a plus sign. So that's 2. 9 plus 6 is 15. So we have 15. We're going to carry over 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 9 is 11. So we get 1152. So that's how we do this. And I'll show you a couple more examples so that you really understand how the method works. So let's take another example here, 57 times 65. So first of all, remember we do 5 times 7. 5 times 7 is equal to 7 5 is 35. So we put 5 here, carry over 3. And we do 5 times 5. So that's these two numbers here. 5 times 5 is equal to 25. We're going to add back the 3 plus 3. So that's going to give us 28. So we write down 28. Do a little bit of tidying up. I've put the plus sign here already for you. So remember, first thing we did is 5 times 7, and then we did 5 times 5. Now we're going to do 6 times 7, this thing here. So 6 times 7 is equal to 42. So we write down 2, carry over 4. Then we're going to do 6 times 5. We're going to do 6 times 5. That's these two numbers over here. So 6 times 5 is equal to 30. Now we're going to add the 4 that we carried over. Plus 4 is 34. 34, we write down 34 over here. We're not done yet because we now have to add these two numbers together. So 5 plus 0 is 5, 8 plus 2 is 10, so we put 0, carry over 1. So 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 4 is 7, and we bring down the 3. 3 plus 0 is nothing. So 57 times 65 is 3,705. We'll do one more example, and then you should really get the method, and you can do the exercises after this. Remember, you can come in and check the videos to do the exercises anytime you like. Okay, so step 1, we're going to multiply 8 times 3. 8 times 3 is equal to 24. So we're going to write down 4, carry over 2. Going to do a little bit of tidying up. Now we're going to do 6 times 3, multiplying these two numbers. So 6 times 3 is equal to 18. And we add back the number that we carried forward. It's really important to do that. Don't forget that step. So 18 plus 2 is 20. So we now write down 20. Now we're going to do the second part of this, which is multiply 9 by the 8. So 9 times 8 is equal to 72. We know that now. Do a little bit of tidying up. Write down 72. So we put 2, carry forward 7. Now we do 9 times 6. So 9 times 6 is equal to 54. And then we're going to add to it, carry forward the 7. So plus 7. So 7 plus 4 is 11, carry forward 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. So 54 plus 7 is 61. We write that down, 61. Now we have to add these numbers together. So 4, 0 plus 2 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 6 plus nothing is 6. So 68 times 93 is 6,324. So remember, key things are we have to do the multiplication 2 times, these and these, and then we have to do it again, these numbers and these numbers, and each time we have to carry forward, we have to add those carry forward numbers, and then we have to do the final step of adding these two numbers together, and that gives you the final answer. So that's double digit by double digit multiplication. Good luck with the exercises coming up.